Shields.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Senator. So, you know, as you can tell from all of our questioning, we're all trying to understand the impact of this amendment as we've just been looking at it now and reading through the different parts and how that makes it the bill as amended. I know we're speaking to the bill as amended. I in particular want to ask about the very first piece of the floor amendment and how that appears to make the bill even worse, even more cruel. Because in my view, it looks like we are this amendment here specifically targets DACA recipients in stating that being a DACA recipient is not an affirmative defense to the crimes here, and that my question is, I mean, is that seriously the intent of this entire bill to specifically remove or to specifically target DACA recipients, dreamers, people who I thought there was general acceptance to dreamers who it has been understood are present in the country through no fault of their own, perhaps had come with parents, they had come as children, and therefore the reasoning for the DACA program is to grant them the ability to stay here without having that thrown in their face later. And it does seem that is occurring here, and I also see discussions between the amendment sponsor and council. So I hope that was something you were aware of when you wrote the amendment. Can you talk to the? Are we targeting DACA recipients here? Are we seriously doing that?
Senator Shamp.
Mr. Chairman, Senator Sundareshan, goodness no. Surely you've gotten to know me well enough over the last 2 sessions to know that is not anything that I would do. This has to do with the fact DACA is an affirmative defense. But if DACA is overturned, we can't have codified voter protected statute that we then how do we manage that? That was the creation of that amendment piece, is simply the fact that we already have DACA as an affirmative defense, but there's been plenty of challenges. So, you know, we hear and you and I have had these conversations, we talk about, well, litigation and what is it going to cost the state and the things that are going to happen when there's cases that are filed and things get drawn out in court, and how is the state going to pay for that? And we have to be careful. Well, that's what we're doing here.
Mr. Chair,
Sundareshan.
a comment. Thank you. I mean, the question, thank you to the senator for answering my question. I think, however, that the answer did clarify that what this amendment and the bill as amended does is remove the protections of DACA should that program no longer occur. I mean, in a state law that we are writing here, we could be writing in the protections of a program even if it ceased to exist at the federal level. And so what we are specifically doing here by removing being a DACA recipient is not an affirmative defense if that at the federal level that program is canceled. I fear it is doing exactly what my questioning was asking it to do. And so that is one of many reasons why I'm concerned.